Meditation is a beautiful tool that can bring you grounding, teach you healthy ways of processing emotion and information, and in some cases, change your life. It is important to remember that you cannot always see disability. Some meditation participants may need adaptations, and it is good practice to make your meditation experience as inclusive as possible. Everyone should have access to meditation. So today, we are going to talk about some ways you can make your guided meditations more inclusive for everyone who tunes in and connects. Audio. The first thing that should be considered with meditations is the audio. For participants who are connecting with the meditation auditorily, make sure you are speaking clearly and enunciating. If you are recording the meditation for later use, be sure to use a high-quality microphone and cut out any unnecessary noises, such as heavy breathing, ums and uhs, or mouth noises. If you are leading the meditation live, consider using a microphone and speaker system so everyone who tunes in auditorily is able to hear. Steer clear of music tracks that are overstimulating, use loud instruments or distracting noises. Ambient drone music with a low, gentle hum is always the safest option. Be sure to balance the audio so that the music is slightly softer than the vocal track, as not to overpower the guided meditation. Visual. With meditations that are recorded for later use, closed captioning is a must. Be sure to create captions that flow just as well as the guided meditation itself. Give people space to read and feel, also making sure grammar, punctuation, and spelling are accurate. If you know that one of the participants has a hearing impairment, it is important to ask them how they communicate. Some participants may need a sign interpreter to sign the meditation as you lead it. Some may need captions, and others may use a listening device or have the teacher repeat responses from class participants who are hard to hear. Additionally, if you are recording an event where an interpreter is used, try to include video of the interpreter. For meditations that are recorded, consider having a gentle visual in the background that connects with the theme of the meditation for individuals with aphantasia. These participants may not be able to visualize in their mind's eye, so having a gentle visual beside closed captioning can be extremely beneficial. Word choice and content. Choosing your words is incredibly important when writing with an inclusive mindset. One of the most important things is sharing your content with disabled community members and being open to revision based on their experiences. Be sure to allow space for people to feel and process in the creation of your meditations. Give ample time between visualizations for someone who may be anxious, overthinking, or intellectually disabled to process, feel, and connect. And don't forget that you should also be present in your own meditations. Move through the imagery and emotion with your participants. Nothing is better than connection and presence. Be cautious about referencing body parts. Saying wiggle your toes or feel your feet can be harmful to participants whose bodies don't line up with that image. Instead, choose more inclusive language, like feel where your body is in space, or move around in any way that feels good. Be mindful of referencing the 5 senses, as some participants may not have the ability to use one or more of their senses. If you are going to reference sight, be sure to include an "if you are able" disclaimer, as well as other options. For example, you could say, connect with all senses available to you. If you are able, smell the scents around you, listen for noises in nature, or simply just be mindful of your body. Giving options for senses to tune into is also helpful for people who may be overstimulated by one or more of their senses. Trauma-sensitive language is also incredibly important to keep in mind. An example of trauma-sensitive language would be, if difficulty or discomfort arises, the invitation is to stay with the experience. But if that becomes too much, modify the practice in a way that feels right for you. This kind of language can not only be beneficial for emotional discomfort, but also for physical discomfort. Providing options for things to focus on is essential to trauma-sensitive language. An asthmatic may not want to focus solely on breathing, so consider giving alternate options as well, such as holding an object in your hands, focusing attention on an object in the room, or calling to mind a peaceful memory. Meditation is a beautiful skill that everyone deserves to experience. We should all do our best as mindfulness experts and healers to ensure that all participants connecting with meditation feel safe, seen, and welcome.